The author of this book is Sheikh Abbas Qumi. The book name is Nafasul Mehmum, and the author of this book is Sheikh Abbas Qumi, also known as Muhaddis Qumi. He was born in 1877 in Qum. That's why he is Abbas Qumi, and he is famous for his book Mafati al Jinnah, which is keys to the heavens, which is basically collection of prayers and supplications narrated from Ahl al-Bayt. And Sheikh Abbas Qumi died in 1941 at age of 63 years, and he is buried in Imam Ali's shrine in Najaf near his teacher Muhaddis Nuri. So, and the person who translated this book in English, he is Ejaz Ali Bujwala, and he also translated two other books from Sheikh Abbas Qumi, House of Sorrows, The Life of Fatima Zahra and Her Griefs, and another book is The Last Journey, Manazil al-Akhirah. So in this book, today I will mostly be covering translator's note, so the notes from Ejaz al-Bujwana, who translated this book, and he began by defining what is martyrdom, what is Shahadah. And he says like martyrdom is the perfection of faith and the pinnacle of submission. So the submission is basically the basic of Islam. Islam means total submission, and the pinnacle of submission is Shahadah. And not surprisingly, Islam has offered martyrdom as the ultimate goal of the pious and views it as a complete proof of piety, and consequently has guaranteed martyrdom's immortality, and which is reflected in this Holy Quran ayat from Holy Quran. Think not those who were slain in the cause of Allah as dead. No, they are alive, finding sustenance with their Lord. Surah Al-Imran, verse 169. Then the concept of Shahada in Islam can only be understood in the light of Islamic concept of holy struggle, jihad. And the concept of jihad may be perceived if the concept of doctrine of enjoining good and forbidding evil is properly comprehended. So the concept of martyrdom in Islam has been misunderstood by Muslims, and also and obviously non-Muslims, either intentionally or unintentionally. They have defined jihad as the holy war, and they have misunderstood jihad and shahada. So in literal sense, this term jihad means the struggle or to strive. And in the words of Ayatollah Sheikh Muhammad Hussain Bahishti, he quoted his verses, his saying here that jihad literally means utmost effort to achieve an objective. Jahad, it comes from word jahad, and in Islamic terminology, it means endeavor to make sacrifice for the cause of Allah. That is for deliverance of people from injustice or subjugation, or restoration of beliefs in Allah's unity and establishment of social justice, social system. So Islamic scholars have classified jihad into two types. First one is jihad-e-akbar, the greater jihad, and the jihad against, which is actually jihad against passions of one's own self. And then the jihad-e-asghar, the lesser jihad, and that is the struggle against oppressors to establish truth in the path of Allah and safeguarding humanity. So coming back to the Shahada, the word is derived from Arabic verbal root Shahada, which means to see, to witness, or to testify, to become a role model or an exemplary. So Shahada totally, therefore, literally means to see, to witness, to become a model. So a Shahid is a person who sees and witness, and he is therefore the witness, as if like martyrs witnesses and sees the truth, and thus they stand by it firmly. so much so that not only does he testify it verbally, but he is prepared to struggle to give up his all for the truth. This is very important sentence I really like from this preface, that I'm going to repeat this. A Shahid is a person who sees and witness, and he is therefore the witness, as if like martyr witnesses and sees the truth, and thus stand by it firmly. So much so that not only does he testify it verbally, but he prepares to struggle and give up his all for the truth, thus to become a martyr, Shaheed. So in this way, by this struggle and sacrifice for the sake of truth, he becomes a model, a paradigm, and an example for others. Both Shaheed and Shahid are derived from same Arabic root word Shahadah. So here he quotes the translator quotes one more quote from Ayatollah Murtaza Mutahari. All those who have served humanity in one way or other, whether as a scholar, philosopher, inventor, or teachers, they deserve gratitude of mankind. But no one deserves it to the extent of martyrs. So a scholar, a philosopher, or inventor, or any other profession, a teacher, they all require a conducive atmosphere to render their services. And it is martyr who, with all his supreme sacrifice, provides that atmosphere. He can be compared to that of candle, which functions is to burn and get extinguished in order to shed light for the benefits of other. So martyrs are like candles of humanity. They burn themselves out and eliminate humanity. If they do not shed their light, no human organization can shine. But what is the basis of sanctity of martyrdom? What is the thing that makes martyrdom a holy thing? It is evident that merely being killed has no sanctity. It is not always a matter of pride, because a lot of people die, even they die with disgrace. Martyrdom is a death of a person who, in spite of being fully conscious of the risk involved, willingly faces them, and for the sake of sacred cause and for the Holy Quran, as the Holy Quran says, in the cause of Allah. So the martyrdom has two elements. Firstly, like it it has to be sacrificed. Firstly, life is sacrificed to achieve a sacred cause, and the second thing is it has to be made consciously and willingly. So a martyr, a shaheed, through his blood immortalizes his entire being, and his blood forever flows in the veins of the society. So every other group of people, everyone makes some kind of sacrifices. They also are shahid, can make only a part of faculties immortal, but the martyr immortalizes all his faculties. So basically, martyrdom is eternal honor, and martyrdom is a secret of victory. And then the translator comes to Imam Hussain and says, like, the best and the most prominent example of struggle against oppression, for enjoining good and forbidding evil, is embodied in exalted personality of Imam Hussain, whose martyrdom was an event of like momentous political, at that moment it was a event of like political and religious significance in Islamic world, and has powerful impact upon Muslim community. But later it has impact on the humanity as a whole. And from time it occurred in the middle of 7th century to right up to present day, it has effect on humanity. So here I will stop today, but inshallah I will continue to read from this book and present things from Nafasul Mehmum in the next few sessions.